Welcome back to our channel. Today, we bring you breaking news that has the entire fashion industry and millions of fans around the world in shock. Jungkook has officially parted ways with Calvin Klein, and the reason behind this unexpected move is leaving everyone speechless. Stay tuned as we dive into all the details and uncover what this means for his future in fashion and music. If you enjoy our content, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our latest updates. Oh my God! Jungkook has officially left Calvin Klein and the fashion world is in absolute shock. What was once considered one of the most iconic partnerships in modern fashion has come to an abrupt and stunning end. Fans, critics, and industry insiders are all asking the same question. Why would Jungkook, who brought Calvin Klein unprecedented global attention, suddenly walk away? The answer is not simple, and the speculation only makes the story even more gripping. The moment the announcement broke, social media exploded. Hashtags with Jungkook's name instantly topped global trending lists, while photos of him wearing Calvin Klein that once shook the internet resurfaced everywhere. Those images where Jungkook redefined the very meaning of Calvin Klein's sensual minimalism are now being remembered as legendary moments in fashion history. But beneath the nostalgia lies confusion and heartbreak. Fans can't comprehend how such a powerful collaboration could end so suddenly, and industry experts are equally baffled. Some sources close to the industry suggest that Jungkook may have been dissatisfied with the direction Calvin Klein was heading. Others hint at contract disputes or creative differences, while some even whisper about a new, even larger fashion house waiting in the wings, ready to sign him as their global face. Whatever the truth may be, the uncertainty has only fueled the frenzy. Every fan forum, every fashion blog, and every gossip column is buzzing with theories. The mystery has only amplified the shock value of the news, turning it into one of the most sensational stories of the year. It is impossible to deny the impact Jungkook had on Calvin Klein. Before his involvement, Calvin Klein was already an iconic brand, but Jungkook transformed it into a cultural phenomenon for a new generation. His campaigns didn't just sell jeans and underwear, they sold a lifestyle, an attitude, and a dream. Fans around the world rushed to buy Calvin Klein products not because of the brands alone, but because Jungkook made them desirable. He became the human embodiment of Calvin Klein's message: bold, fearless, sensual, yet effortlessly cool. That magic is something money cannot buy, and yet it's now gone. The emotional reaction of fans reveals just how deeply Jungkook's influence resonated. Many are heartbroken, posting emotional messages online. Calvin Klein will never be the same without him, wrote one. He was the reason I ever paid attention to fashion, another confessed. Some even declared they would boycott Calvin Klein entirely, claiming that without Jungkook, the brand has lost its soul. This type of loyalty demonstrates the extraordinary bond between Jungkook and his fans, a bond so strong that it has the power to elevate or destroy billion-dollar companies. For the fashion industry, Jungkook's departure is more than just a celebrity brand split. It is a paradigm shift. When a single individual has the ability to shake global markets, redefine aesthetics, and control cultural conversations, it signals a new era of power. Jungkook has proven that the modern fashion icon is no longer a model, no longer just a designer, but a multifaceted star whose influence transcends categories. By leaving Calvin Klein, he has shown that he is not dependent on any brand. Brands are dependent on him. This realization is both thrilling and terrifying for the fashion world. Of course, there is also the lingering question of what comes next. Will Jungkook partner with another luxury fashion giant, perhaps Dior, Gucci, or Prada? Or will he surprise everyone by creating his own fashion line, using his immense star power to build something completely original? The possibilities are endless, and that uncertainty only deepens the intrigue. Industry experts say that whatever he does next will not just be news, it will be a cultural earthquake. The ripple effects will be felt not only in fashion, but in music, entertainment, and global marketing. What makes this story even more captivating is how unexpected it was. There were no hints, no leaks, no warning signs. One moment Jungkook was the face of Calvin Klein, and the next he was gone. that suddenness has magnified the drama, making it feel like a cliffhanger in a global soap opera. Fans are left suspended in disbelief, constantly refreshing their feeds for updates, desperate for answers, desperate for closure. The mystery itself has become addictive, keeping millions hooked on every new rumor. Some insiders claim the decision was Jungkook's alone, a bold move to assert his independence and redefine his career on his own terms. If true, this makes the story even more powerful because it shows Jungkook is not simply a pawn in the game of global branding. He is the player, the one in control. Others insist that Calvin Klein may have underestimated his influence, failing to meet his expectations, and as a result, they lost the very person who made their brand relevant again. Whatever the case may be, it is clear that Jungkook holds the upper hand, and Calvin Klein is the one left scrambling in the aftermath. There is also a psychological dimension to consider. Jungkook is not just a star. He is a human being. The weight of being the global face of a major brand on top of his music career and international fame is unimaginable. Perhaps he needed freedom, perhaps he needed a new challenge, or perhaps he simply wanted to reclaim his identity beyond being a brand ambassador. The more fans think about it, the more they realize that this departure could be an act of self-liberation rather than loss, and in that sense, it is inspiring as much as it is shocking. Yet the immediate aftermath is undeniably chaotic. Calvin Klein now faces the daunting task of replacing Jungkook, but who could possibly fill those shoes? No one, argue fans. No model, no actor, no celebrity can replicate the cultural alchemy Jungkook brought to the brand. He wasn't just a face, he was the heartbeat. And without that heartbeat, Calvin Klein risked fading into irrelevancy, especially among younger consumers who connected with Jungkook far more than with the company itself. The fashion world thrives on drama, and this might be the most dramatic twist of the decade. Every sentence written about this saga adds fuel to the fire. Every whisper of rumor sends fans into a frenzy. Every speculative headline keeps the story alive. And the longer the silence from Jungkook himself, the greater the suspense becomes. When he finally speaks, when he finally reveals his side of the story, it will be one of the most anticipated statements in recent memory. Until then, the world waits. Fashion insiders watch nervously, fans cry and cheer at the same time. Brands compete to get his attention, and Calvin Klein is left reeling, wondering how to recover from a loss that might be irreparable. This is more than just a celebrity leaving a brand. It is a turning point in cultural history. Jungkook has proven again that he is not just an idol, not just a singer, and not just a model. He is a force of nature. His decisions reshape industries, his presence redefines beauty, and his absence leaves a void no one can fill. The shockwaves of his departure from Calvin Klein are only beginning, and the aftershocks will be felt for years to come. The decision spread like wildfire, and within minutes, social media platforms such as Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok were flooded with hashtags like Jungkook Calvin Klein and Goodbye Jungkook CK. Fans posted countless reaction videos, some in shock, some in tears, and some simply refusing to believe what they were reading. The combination of disbelief and curiosity created an atmosphere of frenzy, almost as if a cultural earthquake had shaken the fashion and music industries at the same time. But why did Jungkook, who seemed so perfectly aligned with Calvin Klein's brand identity, decide to take such a bold step? Whispers began to circulate, some suggesting that his contract had ended naturally, others speculating that Jungkook had even bigger plans on the horizon. Could it be that another luxury house, perhaps Dior, Gucci, or even Louis Vuitton, had extended an irresistible offer? Or was Jungkook preparing to launch his own fashion line, creating a brand that would not only rival Calvin Klein, but potentially surpass it in influence? Fashion critics were quick to weigh in. Some argue that Calvin Klein had already reached its peak in leveraging Jungkook's immense star power. His campaigns generated record-breaking engagement, with photo shoots trending worldwide within hours of release. Others suggested that Jungkook might have felt constrained by the boundaries of the brand, desiring a new challenge that would allow him to express his individuality on an even greater scale. At the same time, Jungkook's departure raised questions about the impact on Calvin Klein itself. For decades, the brand thrived on bold celebrity endorsements, from iconic figures in Hollywood to global supermodels. Yet none of those collaborations had the same viral effect as Jungkook's. Sales skyrocketed, brand visibility exploded, and a new generation of consumers began